So I'm here today with John, who's a real estate agent, a partner that I work with, and we're just going to do a little Q&A to give buyers some perspective. Hey, John, thank you for being here today. So I wanted to ask you, what's one way that buyers shop themselves out of a good deal?
Ooh, good question, and thank you for having me, first of all. Get into the noise of what's out there in the media, social media. They'll see what's on Zillow estimates, and they'll fall into like that trap, like many other buyers. And unfortunately, that's the truth, you know. But I don't like to, whenever I deal with a buyer, like I don't like to set like those kind of expectations, like go look at what Zillow estimate or something says. No, we're professionals. We have all the tools available to research for them based on the data that's provided, right? So we'll pull up some comps. We'll look at what the market's looking like as far as the local or the local market, and really see like, is this something that buyers are willing to go up in price because of the competition that there is, or what other properties have been selling for on the market. And so I like to get away from all that noise from what's out there and really focus on the data and provide them that education rather than just reliance on, on false expectations.
Yeah, true. I love that you provide the receipts.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to, right? Because last thing I want my buyers are to like walk into a deal and really feel like they're forced to do something when they're really not, and that all comes down into like communication, right? You gotta go, as a professional realtor, you got to go check in with the sellers. What are their expectations?
Right.
What do they want? How motivated are they, right? So we got to come back and show our professionalism to buyers that, hey, this is what sellers want. And, a deal always happens when a buyer and a seller actually shake hands and agree on something. So
Exactly.
Does that really matter in your experience?
Yeah, definitely. I deal with that too, especially in our community, how everyone has an opinion or everyone has a relative that has done this and would say, oh, this is the way my loan officer did that. And then they come to me with those expectations, but your situation may have been different than the one of your uncle or a friend that has bought a house with someone else.
Yeah.
So I definitely do deal with that as well. Okay, so we talked about you dealing with buyers and setting realistic expectations. What about clients who are selling their homes with you? How do you set the expectations with sellers, and what do you do to protect your client's interest?
I like that question. Very good one. If I'm the listing agent and I'm receiving an offer from a buyer or multiple offers are coming in, the way I protect my client's interest is, first off, does it meet their expectation as far as their timeline and terms, right? And that also depends on their financing. How strong is the buyer's financing? So what I like to do is reach out to the lender and verify with the lender whether are they W-2 or 1099 to give me an idea of what we're gonna expect in escrow before we open escrow.
Yes.
Because that's gonna really matter on our clients accepting an offer and who they're going to accept. So that's one of the biggest things. So I don't know, as you being a lender, and if a listing agent reached out to you, I mean, what are some ways that you would protect your clients, you know, from not making the deal fall apart?
Well, my job starts way before they make an offer. So I review all the documents. I do not give a pre-approval unless I have reviewed their finances, their bank statements, their W-2s, income, credit, everything. So my buyers, when they submit an offer, they know that their financing is secured. However, as a lender, when I receive a call from a listing agent, I get impressed, honestly, because not all listing agents do that. And when they do give me a call to cross-qualify our client, that speaks to me about experience and expertise.